Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here. Welcome back to Custom Card Review. So we're well on our way through the custom cards this season and had a lot of high and lows though so far. Last time we did custom card review, we went through a few of the really neat units like Chevalier and also a interpretation of Elemental Heroes from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in standard format, which were pretty neat all things considered. Very exciting stuff there. Now we're going to be moving on to another good banquet of custom cards, starting with Character Storms cards. Now, with me today, I have, of course, Noir back in action. How are we doing, man?
What's up? Doing all right. I have a new job coming up, so my frequency will be possibly decreased, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, honestly, that makes two of us, brother. I got some work on me lately too, so that's been hurting my productivity. As had me getting sick recently, which is one of the main reasons why we may be a
Yep.
little slow in uploading this one. But you know, what was the
Oh
point
yeah.
of trying to do a recording when I had the voice of a 20-year chain smoker, and also the
You
pain of
like
one
that?
as well, to not to boot. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're here and now because I've more or less been kicking the sickness. So I think we can actually attempt this video right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Character Storm. This is going to be very, very long. Sorry in advance if you have to spend much time reading it. No worries. If this is over the 12 cards, we're not going to read more than 12. So, I should say sorry to you because we won't read everything most likely if it is over 12. I actually have several custom card ideas. Sages of Perpetuity, based on Zodiac constellations. Okay. An Aeon collecting 12 Zodiacs as soon as possible to perform powerful attacks. Orion, Bootes, and Astral Beasts, utilizing the Bind Zone as a toolbox, and Keepers of the Secret Sanctuary, stocking up Soul as a sacrifice. Interesting. Battle Mages, it's just, wow, there's a lot going on here. So I had to do the first two ideas. You can choose either to review. So Sages of Perpetuity has no specific grade 2 in the ride line. Plenty of them as an ability to act on Vanguard Circle. That's kind of neat. There's that kind of reminds me of like a couple of decks. This deck is basically a 3-wave deck since the multi-attackers are having some requirements where they can perform. I don't know if I executed the idea well. Is meant to be for G era. This set contains 16 cards. Ooh, okay. Might not do that one then. What about Orion? So this set contains 10 cards. That's her one.
Yeah,
7
great.
normal units and 3 G units. Whew. Hey, we got some G to
Works
start
for
us
me.
off with. That's a good sign. Um,
Okay.
all of them are nostalgically created for the G era. Oh my god. All right, it's time to put like our palms in our cheeks in surprise. I haven't decided which clan these cards are going to be with due to the fact that thematically they go well United Sanctuary, especially OTT or Genesis, but the playstyle is different and niche. Then again, I mean, if you're talking about Genesis, literally anything goes. Just throw a Soul Blast on that bitch and you're good to go.
Yeah,
Unless
basic.
it's a Divine Gauge.
Yeah, unless it's that, but then again, this is G. That was V. So
Yeah, true, right? You can suggest the clan as you review. Fair enough. It's 3 waves, for real. No multi-attackers. They have a finisher with a GB4. Neat. So yeah, we're going to do that one then. Let's go ahead and go
yep.
over here. I actually pulled this one up because I had like read ahead of time. This was 10 and this was like 16. So like it wasn't a surprise to us. We already knew. That's why I decided so quickly. But at the same time, I thought I'd just point it out there. Hey, look at that. They actually have like set codes to them. So this is
Couple that.
G01.
I'm excited for us.
Okay. Looks like we're starting with the main Vanguard. Holy crap, look at that artwork, dude. It's so sublime.
God damn, that is crazy. Who the hell did you commission for that?
Daisuke Izuka.
Truly, what a
What a
legend.
work. Okay, so out on the Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 1. At the beginning of your ride phase, Soul Blast to draw. Choose a card from your hand, call, and that unit gets 2,000 power. Huh, interesting. You know, honestly, I guess it makes sense it's Generation Break 1, even though most things may as well be GB2, because first strikes just flip these days, that's what they do. When
Yeah.
your G unit strides, you counterblast 1, bind a card from your drop, choose a card from your bind zone, call it to rear circle, and that unit gets 4,000 power. So, we're calling from 2 different zones with power-ups. Huh. I mean, I see the, do you see the second skill makes sense because he did give a little excerpt that there's going to be some sort of bind manipulation going on with this deck,
Yeah.
but what's the point of the Valios S skill, though? The first skill. What do you think, Nor? Is there any, like, real purpose to that?
I don't know. Actually, my first thought was Heavenly Decree Alt Mile was my first thought with that.
You're going to clear. Yeah, I
But
was thinking Valios because he also did, like, the Call 2K.
yeah. Yeah, I guess the difference would be gave 4K, I think, to a Brave unit.
Mhm.
I think I need to actually see what the deck does before I say anything, because right now it's just this kind of hits one of those issues I have where like the skills are so generic where I'm just like, you could kind of put this on anything and I'd believe it
Right.
right now. So
It's a good.
I'd have to
That's a
see
good
more
point.
before I say anything.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're right about
specifically
one
that
thing. This
first
is very
area.
Keter.
Yeah, it does feel like it's Keter. Just yeah, just I don't know what else to say. There's literally nothing to say. I'm like, yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I got nothing else. All
All
right, I
right.
guess I'll get this. Don't we get this one?
Go
We'll
and read
just
this one.
keep trading. All right, under the bright sky, Bootes, Arcturus, continuous Vanguard Circle, GB2. During your turn, if your bind zone has 4 or more cards, this unit gets power plus 5k and critical plus 1. See, that's a little more flavor to it. I already like that. That is GB2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. All right, auto Vanguard Circle. When your G units stride, cost counterblast 1, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets act once per turn Vanguard Circle. Cost counterblast 1 and bind the top card of your deck. Choose up to 1 card from your bind zone, call it to Vanguard Circle, and that unit and this unit get power plus 5,000 until end of turn.
Did he mean to tie a counterblast skill behind a counterblast?
I guess. I'm not really sure I see the point of that, but all right.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like the just gaining the counterblast skill would have been fine. You probably don't need a CB to entry on that.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah, it seems a little egregious, right? Like it's a fine multi-attack though, right? I mean, CB bind top card, then you can call something. Again, there's like a little bit of a Keter thing. Like he's definitely using the bind zone as sort of like your main like coastal operations as your focus, but we're still like getting the deck involved with it, like the United Sanctuary / Keter playstyle would like have ordained. So there's something there.
Yeah.
I mean that seems kind of neat.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, the most synergy I would see with this is the V Series OTT stuff with the Susano wave, where they actually like bounce stuff from the top of the deck.
Yeah, that's true. Amaterasu and Ikushima, right?
Yeah, that's really the only thing I'm seeing any synergy with in terms of Keter Sanctuary at the moment, though, or Keter and United Sanctuary, because let's see, Shadow Paladin doesn't bind, Genesis doesn't bind.
Well, no, hold on a second. Genesis has Valencia.
Does she bind?
Yeah. Valencia binds herself in order to choose two cards from the drop zone, one of the soul, one of the bottom of the deck.
Is that the V Series version?
Yep, that's the V Series version.
Okay, that's the thing. Like, I'm going through G units, so the only thing.
Hold on a second. Does OTT bind? I thought you were talking about the V Series OTT stuff.
I was, but I'm saying that's my point though, is that like if we're talking G series, this thing synergizes with literally nothing. But if we want to include V series, if we want to include V series, then yes, V series OTT is the only thing that binds. And then, as you mentioned, Valencia, which is in Genesis, she also binds, but I don't know how many cards in Genesis actually bind themselves and whatnot. So
yeah, not too much. It's fairly rare, which is the reason why they bother with binds as a restriction, because we don't really manipulate the bind zone. So this actually could break that theoretically, but you know, so yeah, you know what? I see the guy's point. It's a little hard to figure out the exact clan here when you're thinking it for the lens of G.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. Interesting card. So number 3 is down here. Eagle Eye of Aestivale Wind, Aquila Altair. A lot of star themes here, which, you know, makes me want to think it's either OTT or Genesis again, because the themes also what that guy was probably meaning when he said it was probably one of those two. So this appears to be a Rearguard grade 2. Double rare, neat. Auto on the Generation Break 1. When it's placed on rear circle, if you've got Orion or Bootes in its name, when I think Bootes, I think of Phantom Knights from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Bind this top card of your deck. I'm going to say that's a typo. It's my top card.
Yeah.
Choose up to 1 card for your bind zone, call to rear circle. This unit gets 2,000. That does read like a G card right there, right? Like, you remember like those cards like Crescent Moon Juggler, which was a +1 but gave it 2k to like hit? Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this is just like G right there, brother. Auto Generation Break 2. When it's placed on Guardian Circle, choose up to 1 Astral Beast from your bind zone, call it to Guardian Circle, and it gets 5k shield to end of that battle. Ooh.
That's fun.
Muy caliente.
I like
Astral Beast seems to be this guy's type, and as we're reading through all of them, I'm going to imagine that most of them, if not all of them, are Astral Beasts. So, I mean, that's pretty powerful. Unless, of course, you can call it PG from the Bind Zone. Then we're going to have to talk a little bit, but...
Yeah. All I can say is, why is this not in Gear Chronicle? Because this show would be perfect in Gear Chronicle.
Yeah, well, I think it might be too perfect in Gear Chronicle, right? Because Gear Chronicle has so much bind crap going on that's like a saturated space. Plus, you know, it's about the stars and space, and Gear Chronicle is about time, man. Next card. Number 4.
All right.
Oh, joy.
Pensalia.
The frick?
Damn, I didn't know a Discord server became a card. Anyway, Power 0 is interesting. Auto GB3. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Orion or Bootes in its card name, bind a card with heal from drop zone, and this unit gets power plus 10,000 until end of turn. If the number of cards in your damage zone is equal to or more than your opponent's, choose a card from your damage zone to heal it. Interesting.
No! 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 I refuse!
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know how I feel about that. F this bitch. The moment you go to second stride, you're gonna be able to heal? Just cause you can? Oh, I don't think so, brother.
Yeah.
Plus, if you ever bring a heal trigger into this archetype, you're gonna be able to guard with that, brother. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we're doing loopy doopy with Eagle Eye. And if that wasn't enough, this guy getting 10k until end of turn, that's great because that's a 10k base grade 2. Basically.
Oh,
that's
right.
That's what the Zach says.
I did momentarily forget that. Oh, right. This deck has bind recycle. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this card's dumb.
Yeah, I don't think so, brother. Test me. I ain't doing it. That's crazy, dog. You need to tell me.
Oh, don't even get me started on the freaking on the GZ heals, where like if you bind 2 copies, then you get the counter charge or soul charge 1. Yeah, you just recycle 3 of those.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Exactly, my guy. I wouldn't even play those. I want those heals in there for this thing, man. Like, yeah, that is so crazy.
Yeah, you just run the freaking Fighters Collection heals. You just run the Fighter Collection heals.
You know what? At this point, I found your United Sanctuary clan. This is an Angel Feather deck.
Yeah, honestly.
Mother F.
I was actually about to say that. It feels familiar to another Angel Feather.
It's like, is that Raphael? I wonder. This one's mine. Professionalist of various magic, Monocetos Lusitania. Auto on the rear circle, once per turn, generation break 1. This seems to be a grade 1, with usual stat lines. Thank God. When this unit attacks your boost, bind a card from the drop, and this gets 3k until end of Ooh, that kinda easy though. When this unit's put on Guardian Circle, if you've got Orion or Bootes, Soul Blast 1, choose a card from your drop called to any card. Then he gets 5k shield in that battle. Any card, mate. Any card? So you mean to tell me you can call the Sentinel, right? Shoot, bro. You know, if I was me, right, I'd be calling them Sentinels, and then after that, I'd bind Sentinel, and then after I bind Sentinel, I'd call Sentinel from bind. And then after you do that, like, it goes back into drop zone, which means then I can guard with this again and play the hanky-panky, bro. That's, We
go sure you weren't thinking of V when you made these cards? Because this feels very much like a V deck more than a G deck.
No way, bro. V didn't even have this kind of power creep. Let's be real. V expected those Sentinels to be one and done. It took V Revival to make Sentinels not one and done.
Yeah, true enough.
I get the point though. The power creep is real. Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Well, it's more like
not feeling it.
And weirdly enough, while the effect itself in a vacuum is kind of busted, it's like that's also kind of all it does at the same time. It's just like compared to like some other customs we've read through, I'm just surprised it doesn't do nearly that much.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, infinitely recoverable PG is a lot, right?
Yeah, but then again, I'm used to the card saying, "Hey, if you just bind a card, you can punch your opponent's mom in the face." So you know, it's like,
well, yeah. But honestly, the moment that we use those into like the comparison space, we forgive a lot of crap that probably shouldn't be forgiven. You know,
you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yeah, something tells me that our benchmark shouldn't end somewhere with Dragassassins. I feel like Dragassassins just should be outside the space completely.
Touche. Yeah.
Holy crap. Alright, so number 6, it's back to you.
Yep,
God,
I got this one.
Got a PG.
Okay, at least I have to place from hand.
We've got a good one, Noir.
Yep, alright. Peafowl of Starry Firmament, Pavo Peacock. Someone.
Yeah, these are some Genesis names. Never effing mind.
Yep. Continuous Sentinel. Auto, when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle from hand, thank God, during the battle that your Vanguard was attacked, count +1, call 5 cards from the top of your deck to guard. Oh, that is a Quintet wall. Okay.
Whoa.
Active drop zone once per turn, grade 1, or Generation Break 1. I mean, it is grade 1, but anyway. Cost, bind 2 cards other than this card from drop zone. Choose up to 5 Astral Beasts with different card names from your bind zone. Put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. Countercharge 1, draw a card, and shuffle your deck.
I mean, it's powerful, but I don't actually hate this.
I mean, it's about on par with Dreaming Dragon, I'd say. So.
Yeah, right. Because like you're a Quintet wall, and not even like a V Revival Quintet wall, so you're gonna have to call the 5, you know, hell or high water.
Yeah. Exactly.
And hope that it works out for you. So like this is basically a Quintet wall that kind of like pays itself back, I suppose. But you still need to put up like the initial setup cost, and this thing is like binding 2 cards other than itself, which means it can't put itself back automatically. So there's a little bit of a stopgap there, and you're still negating 3 binds. I feel like this this is still overbearing, but merely because binds are too easy. If binds weren't as easy, this would be pretty fair. What do you think?
I mean, the one big thing I'm glad he did was, or she, I don't know the person's gender, is that they have the auto skill requirement have to be placed from hand, so you can't call this thing from the drop zone or bind.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty huge, bro. The hanky-panky, right?
Although, I'm not really sure in that case why you would necessarily run this card when you could just run a PG that does proc when you place it on Guardian Circle without the hand requirement, but I don't know. Maybe, I guess depending on how consistent the deck is without the card, then it's debatable. But
I'm a greedy bitch, bro. I want to play one of this for the Vanquisher matchup.
Honestly, very fair.
Yeah, oh like, God! Hey, you think Vulture's gonna get power lines? Don't test me, bro.
Thunderstrike 7. More like Thunderstrike nil.
Thunderstrike nil, bitch. I'm coming for you. Oh my God! I don't know why, but I've been really enamored by this meme frame lately of like Gru, like from Mystical Me, but he's holding a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really trippy. So yeah, honestly, probably one of the better ones comparatively speaking.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Bird of Paradise Apis Caracca. Okay, that's actually something I can pronounce reliably, I think. When this unit is placed on rear circle, this appears to be a forerunner. Okay. Usual stats, just all around usual stats. It seems to be common, so that's cool. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck to choose a card from your drop and bind it when placed on rear circle. After the rear circle, bind this unit. Choose up to 1 Astral Beast from your drop. Brother, they generally put counterblasts on those.
Yeah. The last time I saw something this free was Carbon in Link Joker, and frankly, that thing
oh my God.
On the field. At least that thing needed a locked card on the field, first of all. Second of all, it didn't give power, at least. I mean, to be fair, he called it. But my point still stands.
I'm not gonna lie, this is stronger than like just about like any starter I've seen from G for the most part. There are very few starters that are powerful.
Yeah, the reason why Forerunners fell out of favor in most decks is because most decks found a way to snipe them before they could ever get used. Because this thing literally just makes itself useful the second it shows up. There is like, yeah, this thing is single-handedly probably just the best starter because it doesn't cost Counterblast, and it literally activates as soon as you call it. From the soul.
Yeah, man, that's pretty whack. If that wasn't enough, it's worth noting that because this thing is a bind itself in order to like get that thing out there. If there's any point, right, where you have access to like something that gets back from bind and you see this guy again, that's just a perpetual top 2 bind and then rebind and call, and then whatever you call might get more bind. Like, so it perpetuates the biggest issue I have with this deck, which is that, you know, your bind ramp is effing extraordinary, right? Like your bind ramp is out of this world. So why do we only need 4 to get this condition? Why is that all that matters, dude? What are we ramping for? Surely we're gonna get like some like generation break cards or whatever, because he said this deck had like what 2 or 3 strides or something like that. So we're probably about to get in those because we're running out of cards. So I'm like, why all the buying, man? I don't know. I don't get it.
Either.
Oh hey, just as I was saying that crap, let's effing go. All right, Noir, take it away.
All right, Stride, Seb. It's just okay. You all know how. If you don't know how Stride works, go read it.
Humana.
All right, Auto Monster of Heaven Seas, Cetus Difta. That is a giant whale. I already know. Auto Vanguard Circle. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Cost: bind the top 2 cards of your deck and turn a card from G zone face up.
Damn, expensive.
Choose up to 3 cards with. Yeah, choose up to 3 cards with different grades from your drop zone. Put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. And if you put 2 or more cards, you may soul charge 1 and draw. That's just pure value. What? Just why? Why?
I see why it's based on a whale, because it's nothing but cash money, dude.
Yeah, clearly.
Holy crap. He's wailing for them resources, bro. He's like, I want binds, I want GB, I want deck recycle, I want draw power, I want soul charge. I'm like, at this point, where's the counter charge? Like, seriously, at this point, come on.
I mean, technically, if you whiff the Quintet wall, that is the counter. That is just your counter charge, because you never counter blasted for a hit the Quintet.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, theoretically. You know what? Yeah, you're cooking. I mean, if it, given the nature of the card design, I'm surprised it didn't say counterblast 1 and countercharge 2.
Yeah, for real. And then, like, also consider the fact that, like, the freaking Striders are adding 5k to a column, so each column is at least 21k, which back in the day is not a 1-card guard. That's a 1-card guard if you get a damage trigger, but you need 2 cards. You 15k, 10k shield and a 5k, or a G Guardian to fully guard that.
Yeah, man. You know, 21k isn't an ugly number back then. 21k wasn't a history collection number back then, you freaking zoomers. Hit 21k is the equivalent of attacking somebody for 28.
Yep, basically.
Man. Why does this thing just like... I mean, the one thing I could say about it is that it is literally nothing but resource. So...
Yeah.
And, like, I think that would have been fine if you were just going for a simple 3 attack deck with nothing but resource, but, Man.
I'll tell you,
that's
that
not
is
all
an
it does.
Skill. That is an act skill, also.
Man, yeah, it's just nothing but build, bro. But it builds in so many ways, every conceivable way. Like,
oh yeah.
Can you imagine this was an auto skill, like on attack, bro? Oh my god.
I'd be saying, oh, what are we, standard?
What? No. For each of your bound cards, stand one of your rear guards, man. Because, you know, buying zone.
No, that would probably be a standard card, actually.
Oh, God. I wonder what I'm going to get. Ooh, G-Guard. Oh, yeah, that's right. I won the effing lottery, bro. I got the best mechanic from G, dude.
There you go.
Well, except for Denial Griffin. That wasn't the best mechanic from G. Neither was Hero Round. That wasn't the... Or Spangled. You know, nothing's perfect. Elegant Swan of Halcyon Days. Sickness Helper. I don't know. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, bind an Astral Beast from the drop. It gets 5,000. Holy crap! That is just so simple and easy. I do not mind. Wow, that is the best card. That's one of the best cards he's made. What the frick?
You know, it's also just not crazy. Like it's good value. It works exactly like how like the G Guardian made. You know what? I'm fine with this.
You know what's like a pretty baller combo now, right? If bind wasn't like that plentiful in this deck, so this was like something that you had to do to get like binds. Now I'm like, all right, bind with that, then call the Eagle Eye and have the Eagle Eye, right? Like get the Astral Beast from the bind zone that you set up from the G Guard. Yeah. So you're doing like some Bermuda Triangle type like chain combo crap between like your G Guardian, your constituent cards. Like, yeah, that'd be the way, brother. Good.
You know, yeah. The one thing I'll say I appreciate is the fact that he didn't give it a flip face down effect.
Ooh, yeah, I know, right? We shouldn't be ramping.
No, definitely not. Because also not only that, because he so easily in this deck, that also means he basically gets a continuous infinite stream of G Guardians for the entire game.
Unlimited G Guard works. Oh lord.
Yeah. Remember, For people who don't understand how it works, G Guardians, once you hit 4 face-up G Guardians in your G zone, you can't use anymore. So if you flip them face down, you're eligible to use one more. And because you discard heal triggers to actually like summon them from the G zone, that means because he can recycle heal triggers, and if he had an effect that let it flip face down, he could basically constantly just keep doing it over and over again, and he basically have defense for constantly. The only way he wouldn't have it is if he bricked.
Can you believe that Bushro did that several times? That's
Yeah, I can't believe that, because I was a Link Joker player, so everyone kept unlocking their damn cards with it.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's like, I bet Aquaforce players went up to using Boo-Hoo, and it's like, alright, Mr. Golfilia owner. Yeah, Golfilia owner number 472. Like,
okay, but to be fair, Golfilia was pretty hot. Anyway, that being said, thank you for not putting the flip face down effect on this card. Thank God.
Beautiful.
Good card is good.
Oh hey, I think you've got that mythical GB4 he was talking about.
Oh, there you go. All right, Guardian of Heaven's Garden, Draco Althanol. I know Guardian and Garden are 2 different words, but God, they sound so similar. I almost thought it was the same word.
On the right side, it seems to got Draco in the name, so that's all you, baby.
Yeah, exactly. All right, act Vanguard Circle once per turn. If your bind zone has fire for more cards, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and turn a card with the same card name as this unit from G zone face up. And these units gets critical +1, drive +1 until end of turn. That is a very easy condition to meet, may I just say.
Man, you know what this is? This is like Chrono Tiger Rebellion, bro.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then continuous Vanguard Circle, GB4. All of your front row units get power +2,000 for each card in your box.
Oh my god, I could hear the perfect future intensify.
Yeah, truly.
At this point, he's got a security called Steam Fighter Nanea from the Bind Zone, bro.
Oh god, yeah. On second thought, thank God he didn't put this in Gear Chronicle. God, I don't want to think about the freaking mess that would make.
Yeah, unironically, this would have been fire for like Chronofang, right? Because it probably could have helped to keep up with Gear Next, because Gear Next is also that was like the GB4 for them, and Gear Glare was never so lucky. But oh man, you got anything else to say about this one? I'm still thinking about this one.
I think it's. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I think that bind zone requirement should be a little higher, maybe 7 or more, because of how easily you can build up binds from what I'm seeing. Aside from that, yeah, I think the card's fine, because like you're also, from what I can tell from the deck flow, you are also still returning stuff from bind zone to the deck. So, and because it's also GB4, that means you have to have either it's your second stride and both cards flip face up, or it's your third stride. So, you know what? I'll give this one. This one's fine. I'll give it an 8. I'll give this card an 8.
Fair enough. We haven't even been rating the other cards so far. It's just
I just really didn't rate the other cards either.
Like this one gets a rating. It's an 8. Yeah. I like you the best. You know, this probably would have been copy pasta, but this really could have like helped with that tiger wording. And I know I'm talking about tiger a lot, but I mean, come on, guys, it's right there.
It's basically
like you know how Gear Glare is like 5 or more, 10,000, 7 or more crit, 9 or more drive. Like, yeah, I could have done with that bit of staggering on benefits.
Yeah.
And yes, I can recite a Gear Glare effect by heart. Sue me. There you go. Front row plus 2k for each card in your bind zone. See, now like that actually, like, I know it's kind of power creepy, of course, right? But at the same time, at least it gives justification for why we're trying to bind so much. So it's nice that I'm like, okay, now I understand why you're trying to hit thresholds despite nothing citing a need for anything beyond 5. But at the same time, now I'm like, crap, dude, what happens when you start getting beyond 5, brother? That's we're playing standard in G, man. I don't want to go back to those Gondiva, man. I don't want to go back to those days. I ain't going back.
Yeah, like to illustrate why this could be a problem is that like because I can already hear some G veterans say, oh, but Voltage the same thing, and he probably got like very extremely high ceiling. The thing about Voltage kind of played around your opponent, and your opponent had a say in whether they could like kind of get around it. This is modulating based on your own bind zone. This is basically proccing off of yourself. And on top of that, if you're facing Narukami, if your opponent is unfortunate enough to be a Narukami player, they're helping your mechanic, and you're gonna get position.
Damn it! Yeah, you took what I was gonna say there, dude. I was gonna like, yeah, you think Voltage is a problem? Go ahead and play Voltage against this. F around and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
So
we're gonna see which one's better here.
Yeah, exactly. So
Holy crap. Holy crap,
it's like
dude.
on paper, I think the card is fine, but like, yeah, in terms of like, and how the interaction would work with other decks in the format, because remember we're talking about G. Yeah, this card would not be. This card.
Yeah,
Be
Draco Hudson has got the worst though. I think I agree with the 8 rating, and this is probably like a 9 or 9.5, right? And
yeah,
you know,
I would agree with that.
The rest are just like all across the board, right? The actual like Striders themselves are not that bad. The Striders are fairly tame, all things considered. It's the main deck supporting units that really break the back here. So overall rating, what would you give it?
Can we go back to the Striders real quick? Just because now that I actually know what the G units are, I want to make sure I actually see what they...
So this is Bootes Arcturus. That's this sucker right here. And then I can get you the other one after that.
So Bootes Arcturus, that would probably be your turn 4 ride, because the first G unit, I think it was end of battle, so that means his act skill wouldn't actually get much benefit in this case. Although actually no, he'd still benefit. He would help the G unit if anything, because it kind of bind the top card.
Yeah, because you're finding the top, so no matter what, you're guaranteed, right?
Yeah, and so on top of that, you could also just leave it. It's like you can choose up to 1. You can just leave it there, just leave it. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, Orion Regal is potentially better, right? Because like all you gotta do is Soul Blast the Great Shearer grade 1 that you rode, and then CB to like bind it and call it, and then give the Alt Wild power up. Like
that also means if you go first with this deck and you have Orion Regal, then if you just G Guardian once, then his first skill is already live.
Yeah, I can hear like the chainsaw start to rev up, like the turbo is initiated.
Now this also makes me question even more why it's to choose a card from hand. It's like if you have so much bind zone stuff, why didn't it choose a card from bind zone and then call it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it should have been draw a card, bind a card, right?
Yeah,
like
draw one, bind one till it breaks even at least.
Shoot, you could even like had done like a really wicked thing where it's not like where it's like a card advantage card that's delayed. It's like the beginning of Riot Phase, like Soul Blast 1 and bind a card from the hand to like draw 2 or something. Just straight up.
That could be enough.
Yeah, because it's a +1 for Soul Blast. Is really powerful and strong nigging. It would have been a really powerful card, right? But you know, there's no power increase from it. You're only bind ramping by 1. It's like, yeah, I mean that probably could have worked out there. Like heck yeah, man.
Give me that fine. Also make it a GB2. GB1 is.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. It shouldn't be a GB1 because it's too easy to go there.
Because again, 1 G Guardian, this thing is live on your deck on turn 4, and it's just like
Oh, for a man, when we know what the G Guardian is, it's kind of crazy. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was a decent attempt, but I think the main decks like definitely takes it back a few notches for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a flat 6. The cards where they do shine, they shine pretty well. Unfortunately, some of them just did not shine at all. They're just brother, what were you thinking?
Yeah, by the way, between like all of like the chicanery going on and like the infinite recursion and the naming schemes and just the overall level of power, yeah, this is probably a Genesis deck.
Probably, and it'd also probably just be its own. It wouldn't have much use for any like generic support, honestly. So
throw it in Gold Paladin and make your opponent infinitely confused.
That would be funny.
It's like my starter is Cohen. Oh man, I'm gonna play the Gurgit matchup, and he writes this thing. It's like, oh my god. It's like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone where he like screams or whatever.
Oh, holy text box.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got some shadows, bro. We're not done with G stuff, I guess. First 2 custom cards I made. Is it just what we got here?
Oh lord. Oh yeah.
Bro made 4. Okay, I think, right? Okay, unless there's more under here. One more reply. Oh, okay, yeah, he just talked about it. Okay, so we got 4 cards from homie here. That is a more than acceptable amount. All right. Let's go ahead and get these done one by one. You want to take the Impalio, which is apparently a Gundam? Sure. We'll get to you at the end here because shadows come first. Act on the. So this is Dragranker Ogma. It appears to be the Luard Strike deck set support for Ogma, aka the standard Luard.
Yep.
Act once per turn, Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 3, Ritual 5, Counterblast 1, and Soul Blast 1. Okay, so we kept more or less the same basic cost from the original Ogma. Choose up to any number of your circles and... Hey, Buckaroo, don't allow the Vanguard Circle to be chosen. That's really bad. Don't do that. Yep. And your opponent retires or discards the same amount of cards sent to the drop zone for this effect. Okay, so wording's not a strong suit here, but he's basically trying to do the basic Ogma skill. For the battle, this unit attacks. If a total of 4 or more cards are sent to the drop zone, choose the same number of effects from the following equal to the number of face-up Dragrig or Ogma and activate them. Okay, so despite a couple of oopsies here so far in the wording and how it's operating, because technically you could get rid of Vanguard circles, just don't do that. It does hold like a bit of the theming here, like because the mid strides in G, the middle strides are supposed to scale on copies of themselves, so that's kind of nice. Now let's see. So choose the same number of effects from the following equal to the number. So I guess for because I'm reading this now. Search your deck or
activate the following effects based on the number of face-up Dragon or.
So if there's one Ogma in that face up, you get one of these 3. If there's 2, you get 2 of these 3. If there's 3, you get all 3 of these 3. Okay. Search your deck or drop for 2 grade 1 cards called to recircle. You get 5,000 power. Hell no, that is power creepy. This unit gets 10,000 power, and at the end of the battle, draw 1 card. That's fine. For the battle, this unit attacks. If your opponent would call cards from hand to recircle, he or she was called to. Yeah, a little battle door like that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. I feel like the first effect on that is definitely egregious. We shouldn't be plussing that much. Like Ogma was meant to be the great equalizer, right? Because you're still ahead because you still got to draw a card afterwards with Ogma, and even though both players are looking pretty low on resources, guess who's still got a battle phase this turn, brother? That was the way Ogma worked. This one kind of screws the exchange a little bit, but it does admittedly have a lot of aspects to it that is commendable. I do like the way they implement the draw. I think the battle door is fairly nifty and not overly breaking the power capacity of this card because it was meant to be a control option. It's just that the wording is whack and the effect is there. Is there anything here you'd like to add onto this one, or?
I think it's just trying to do a little too much because I feel like if you split the effects into 2 different strides for standard, I would have had no issues. But it's the fact that he's doing all of this, and then he has 3 other things to do on top of that is, I think, the text box itself, he's doing so freaking much, dude.
Yeah, it looks like the Wind Dragon of Bra, bro.
Yeah. So I'd say, the control effect is fine once you reward it, which is, choose up to any number of circle, all cards circles to the drop zone. And your opponent retires or discards the same amount of cards sent to the drop zone for this effect. See, that alone is already fine. Then, if a total of 4 or more cards were sent to the drop zone for the effect, I'd say just search your deck. I'd simplify to say search your deck or drop for up to 1 grade card for each face-up dragon in your G zone and call it to rearguard circle. Then, if you call 2 or more for the battle this unit attacks, your opponent would call a card from hand to rearguard. What's up?
If that was how it worked, I wouldn't even do I would just play Ogma Control in Luard.
Yeah, probably. I mean, shoot, this would probably be the best. This would probably be the new best friend for Luard stall.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. You wouldn't even need to stall at that point. You've got him at gunpoint. Yeah. You got him at wand point. Look at this.
Yeah. You're basically playing Russian. Well, what's that game? Is Russian roulette, where it's literally you pick up the gun.
Yeah, that's Russian roulette, right? Yeah. But it's like Harry Potter with Avada Kedavra. It's I'm gonna name off spells. You don't know the next thing that's gonna come up is Crucio or just Levioso, bro. Don't test me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for real. But yeah, so I think the card is fine, and I appreciate that. The control effect itself is accurate to the original, but
very accurate.
Yeah, I'd say you'll lose one of. I'd say drop one of those 3 effects and have that superior call effect modulate based on the amount of face up dragon or Ogmas you have, because that also would raise your ceiling.
Yeah, custom card reviewer, bro.
Listen, I've always had a very curious use of English.
Hmm.
My mom doesn't understand half of what I say because of my vocabulary.
Disposition.
What does disposition have to do with this?
Well, this is because it's like a very quaint, like sophisticated word that people don't immediately know.
So. Oh, you're just trying to sound. Oh, you're just saying it.
Yeah, like I could say discombobulate or reconciliation or some stuff like that, right? Some top hat type language. Anyway, this is like a 7 out of 10 for me. What about you?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'm gonna rate this one also a 6, but with a +1. If you change it up a bit, I do think that what you have here is pretty good. Just cut some of the fat here because there's a bit too much going on.
Yeah, I think if you cut about like this much text from the bottom, you're probably good to go. Yeah. Carnivore Dragon. Oh, this guy was pretty cool. You know what? Yeah, you go take Carnivore.
Yeah. All right. Ankokria Carnivore Dragon. Yes, I'm a weeb, if you can't tell. Anyway, act once per turn. Cost: retire 2 of your rear guards. Your opponent must retire 3 of their rear. If he or she does not retire 3 or more of their rear guards, this unit gets continuous. Your entire front gets +1 critical. And when this unit attacks, cost: choose a card from your hand and discard it. Choose one of your rear guards, and it can perform drive checks until the end of the turn.
I just love. Oh my god, you can hear the sick in my voice right now, but I just love that it says your entire front row. Your entire. It doesn't just say your front row. It's like even this guy knows this is crazy, bro. By a whole freaking front row. Woo. By the way, can I just say as an aside, the way you be reading his name, like, damn, bro, English and Japanese, he's talented. Why am I here? But like, so okay, Noir, on a scale of like GZ to Divine Lightning Radiance, how bad is this?
Define bad. Because if we're talking about value, it's ridiculously good. If we're talking
bad
about,
is in
like,
bad for the format, bro. Because that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
this is like a 1 out of 10. Holy hell! What the?
I know, right,
brother?
Like,
what are you thinking?
Yeah, because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this rate's above, like this rate's like below a GZ. It goes all the way down to like Divine Lightning Radiance, or maybe Bermuda Set 7. Maybe one of those. That's such power creep. Holy crap!
Let me put it like this. In terms of the value you get, is basically saying, hey, if you somehow didn't retire 3, I get 3 Force 2s, and then my rear guard also gets to do drive checks. So assuming it's a grade 3 as well, that means you can perform 5 drive checks and get 3 Force 2s.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If this is what would happen, I would max out 4 copies of Blaster Dark and Luard.
Yep.
Like
also, they also just this is the Deed Series one. So also don't forget you have Crest power on top of that.
Right, you got Crest power, dude. This doesn't flip, which is nice always.
Also, there's no GB on this thing, but you can use this on the first turn.
Oh, you're probably meant to use this. Can you imagine, right? Like the opponent is playing, right? Like they have to commit basically a full board or just risk like annihilation, right? And this goes for both Carnivore Dragon and for Ogma, so it just doesn't effing matter. As a matter of fact, like these two just kind of like power creep your entire GZ. God, this is like a 2 out of 10, dude. The 1 point that it did get is because it initially read is pretty good, right? Like this first like sentence is good. This first sentence is Carnivore Dragon, and I guess Crocowash, but it's Carnivore Dragon. Then everything else was Carna Eater Dragon Supreme EX.
Okay. So,
it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Change everything except for the cost.
Yeah.
True Revenger, Phantasmal King Mordred. Oh yes, more force markers, more restand, baby. They know what we want. Continues to the G zone. This unit's face up during your turn. Your units with Blaster or Revenger, the card names gets resist. Oh, that's Gancelot. That's Gancelot Peace Saver.
Yep.
What a... Oh, by the way, your rating for 1 out of 10 for Carnivore sticks, right? That's your actual rating?
I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, okay, 2.
Because on one hand, I hate it, but on the other hand, it does also address one of my problems with Standard in that, like, control means nothing because everything self-retires or puts itself into Soul. So I'm just like, you know what? That's a perfect counter to the format. You know what?
I feel like we had another counter for that though, brother. That's Ogma.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but still, I'm just saying. I really hate the card design from Bushi.
He's like, you know what? I will violently murder them for that.
I'll take a win where I can get it.
Yeah, it's like F off, bro. Control will reign supreme. Your unit. So this is Ganslot Peace Saver. Ganslot Peace Saver had that effect too, but this is way better because it's like not just for Blaster Blade in specific. It's anything. I mean, we have like this works for every Blaster Dark that they have ever made. Everyone. Because there's always going to be a Blaster there, and there's usually a Revenger there as well.
And because it's a very low chance. And because there's a very low chance of you ever not running an archetypal deck, that also means you can basically say, "Hey, I have a full board of resist units."
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine like a horror con looks at this like with horror, dude? It's like I cannot like this, bro. Does Denial Griffin choose the unit that it retires?
I don't know if it does. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, check if it does, because if it does, I mean, I'm gonna imagine it does, because I think these were like designed to fight against something like Denial Griffin specifically. So I'd be weird if it didn't.
Yep, it chooses.
Ah, okay, well, sweet. So act on the Vanguard circle, Soul Blast 1 and retire one of your own rear guards. You must kill your family. Wow, there's such like emotive clauses here, dude, that you just don't see in actual text. Your opponent chooses one of their own rear guards, their own Noir, their own flesh and blood. That Blaukluger was with that boy since he was 12, and retires it. Searches the deck for a card of Revenger or Blaster in its card name, calls it a rear circle, and that unit and this unit both get 10,000. They both get 10,000, bro. They both get
10,000 what?
10,000. They get 10,000 shield, bro. It's like it'd be like Yukimoto's like Kaiba. My monster got 10,000, but not just power. It also got 10,000 criticals. Oh my god! If you have a 10,000, it got 10,000 years and became the Dark Sage. If you have a face-up card in your G zone, the chosen unit gets holy mother of no grammar. Auto on the rear circle. When this unit attacks, the chosen unit. Wait, well, you're a chosen unit, so I guess the chosen unit is just the thing you called. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1, retire a rear guard. One of your own rear guards again. Search your deck or drop up to one card of Revenger or Blaster in its card name and call it to a separate rear circle. And if you called from deck, shuffle your deck.
Hello, multi-attack.
It's kind of changed though.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I was expecting so much worse, actually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also kind of laughing my ass off that once again we have like, hey, you want this Soul Blaster retire cost? Well, you're gonna have to lock that behind another Soul Blaster retire cost.
God, I've seen toll boots charge less for the
holy crap, dude. That's funny. But you know, this is fitting, right? Like, because you are still like plussing initially. So this is the staggering kind of effect that you see from a couple of different like Shadow Paladin cards, right? Krokowash did it for one thing, but then you also had it with the Spectral Blaster Diablo. So they have like initial axe skill, which comes with a cost, which gets you set up for your greater like auto skill. Which makes sense, right? Because now this gets you the same rear guard that you're gonna want to retire afterwards, and then that pops something else, and it just it just ping pongs, right? Honestly, this is. I kind of like it.
Compared to the other two, I think this is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it is. I think you give us like a bit more of a meaningful like rear guard to call off of Mordred. You definitely get there. Because that's probably the one thing that Mordred like is going to struggle with is that basically 95% of your rear guards in Revengers slash Blasters are serviced as either like fodder or just facilitators for whatever your Vanguard like game plan is. So any Vanguard of yours that is meant to be a facilitator in turn, generally speaking, doesn't perform well in these more aggressive variants of Shadow Paladin. Like case in point, right? When you look at like these decks in say V series, right, what do you see? Like in Revengers, you've got like 4 different grade 3s to choose from, and they're all finishers, brother. That's how that goes. Same thing with Blasters. There's not a Blaster alive right now that isn't meant to kill your opponent.
Yep, sounds about right.
Like it's pretty whack. So yeah, it's probably its one flop, but still probably give about like an 8.5 out of 10, give or take. Pretty nice.
I'll give it an 8. I just gotta fix up the grammar a little bit, and I don't mean the.
Oh yeah. Remember, it's not your own rear guard.
God, that first sentence is a mess. Like, I'll give you the basis. It's your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and retires it. Then search your deck for a card with Revenger or Blaster's card name. Call to rear guard circle. That unit both get 10,000 power. And then if you have a face-up card in your G zone, etc., then you get the idea.
Yeah, it's not great.
Basically, split those up into sentences.
Yeah, we'll split those up a bit. Hey, so we've got a random Impalio Gundam, bro. He reminds me of Gold Gundam going Shining Fingered. That's actually what the name of that attack was, by the way. We'll get there.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, don't worry, I know. All right. True Exceedance, Kaiser Impalio.
Oh my God, the Kaiser support. It's real, guys. It's real.
That should have made it a Cyber Dragon. Anyway.
Oh no.
Continuous Vanguard Circle. This unit is also regarded as Destined 1 of Exceedance Impalio. This unit gets a divine skill of the Destined 1 of Exceedance Impalio in your soul and plus 2,000 power, active during the opponent's turn.
The ops, bro. The ops are after him.
Yeah, truly.
There's a lot to meme on with this one. I kind of like this custom card review.
Yeah, so far it's not too bad. It's not too painful anyway. I just jinxed it. It's about to get really painful. Anyway, Act Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, cost counter +1 and Energy Blast 2. Okay, that's an original. Never seen that. Choose a card from your drop zone and put a face up as your automod gauge, and look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose 2 cards from among them and review. Choose 1 card amongst the chosen cards and put a face up as your gauge, and call the other 2 rear guards and shuffle the deck. And this unit gets choose 1 of your cards and your automod gauge and add it to hand. And Continuous Vanguard Circle. All of your front row units get power plus 2 of. And you get to punch your opponent's mom in the face.
And you get to rewrite Gundam Seed Destiny however you like.
And you get to file your tax return within a couple days.
And you get to determine the presidency for 2028. Oh my God, dude. Oh, yeah, so obviously this is pretty giga-wanked, right?
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Oh man, I just love that it does the like there's such a taboo here, right? On top of like the extra plussing and setup and all that, it commits the biggest taboo you possibly could with Impalio, which is adding back any automod gauge to your hand, because you literally recycle anything for your drop zone, including PGs and OT from there. Yeah. So you get literally anything you could ever want, dude. That is so insane. Night Rose blushes at this level of utility.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Would Impalio become meta with this card? What do you think?
Hard to say, because there's no way to actually add Impalio. So this is locked to a turn 4. So, debatable. I don't know.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just me personally. F that divine skill.
Yeah, I don't even think you need that divine skill anymore.
I don't think you need that divine skill, bro. This is the power creep, baby. Shining finger immediately.
I'm sure they'll find a way. I'm sure they'll find a way to freaking. They'll print a card that lets you put it into Soul anyway.
Hold on a second. I bet. Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, if I go Vanguard card list, right? I go standard Brantgate, right? Take a field trip with me real quick.
Oh boy.
Put into Soul.
Oh boy.
Right. So let's go Brantgate. Something tells me there's gonna be something here that we can do that's gonna be like great. Oh no, I don't suppose Mikani is the way, right?
Mikani just randomly soul charges, so you could just run max copies of regular Impalio and just hope you soul charge it.
Right, like it's potentially the way, but it's kind of rough. Come on. I need my exploits. Give me a way. Come on, give me a way. Give me a reason. I want to believe. I want to break this, man. Come on.
Still charge as well.
Come on, Brantgate. I know you've got broken things, bro. Please let this be one of your broken things.
Now I think about it, what card does actually put other cards into Soul?
Bro, Brantgate is really disappointing me right now, dog. Oh my god.
You know, probably for the best, by the sounds of it.
Damn it! I mean, hold on.
Go on.
I wish we could ride Dayusha so that we could do it.
Yeah, you wish, but then the thing is that
we're not allowed by the freaking token. God damn it! They actually balanced that. Okay, but you know, on an actual like bright side, like a practical note, you probably do run like Glitch Epicenter in this deck, so that if you are,
oh, absolutely,
yeah, like that way you can like search it out. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
So okay, at least we found like something productive out of that little field trip. It wasn't all bad, but yeah. Overall, this feels like 5 out of 10, right? Like it's just like the rawest power creep.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10 just because at least it's a turn 4 card. Because at least if you want the 4 anyway. Because again, if you want the divine skill for Impalio and the 15k.
God,
second instead.
I want to turn 3 this. I want pluses now.
I know you do.
Jeez, Wetworth. 877 Automod now. Okay. So best card of the bunch was Mordred. Worst card of the bunch was Carnivore. Agua was pretty decent. Kaiser is a little less decent, but still pretty good. Overall, not a bad performance.
Oh, he said minor errata. He's adding to. Oh wait, he also had an errata real quick.
Adding to hand from DH can add regardless pieces of hand and possibly blitz orders that are also Sentinels. What? So you mean you actually intended OT and Sentinels? Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. Not in the big 25.
I think he forgot about. I swear to God, he probably. I'm praying he forgot about the OT. Or at the very least, he's assuming you've checked it already.
I mean,
because otherwise,
you know, not a bad assumption, bro. Not a bad assumption. You got so many drives to work with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
All right.
Weird epic card.
Yo.
This is my first custom card. The text may be bad. It's just removed from games. Well, okay. Well, he's explaining it, so we'll just read it for ourselves. Yeah. Wandering Mercenary Max. This is from a video game, but I don't know what it is. He doesn't have a nation. Max is just a roaming dude. But he's a human.
He's just a pure generic.
Act in the hand or rear circle. Reveal this card from your hand. If you do, or if it's on rear circle, choose two. I reveal this card on rear circle.
Yep.
Choose two different normal
two
units.
Other. That's a.
Okay. Excluding Sentinels from your hand, soul, or drop. Remove them. Choose one of their abilities until the end of your opponent's turn. All units named this max gain those ability. This doesn't even work.
Why though? Okay, so if I understand it correctly, he's trying to say, okay, so you reveal it, or if it's on rear guard circle, you remove 2 other normal units with different names and effects that aren't PGs, mind you. And then you choose one ability from the 2 cards you removed, and then all of your max cards gain those abilities. So say like if this was played in Impalio, one of your Nebula dragons. If you had like a hand of 4 maxes, then all of them can get the continuous shield. Is how theoretically that would work.
Noir, I know Max's purpose.
What's up?
He's gonna be our extra copies of Trick Moon. 07 Trick Moon.
Touche. Actually, that's good timing.
This is it. Remove 1 Trick Moon. Make all Max's gain boost and dress boost. Do it, Max.
Wait, not only that, he can technically overdress it. Oh, couldn't he technically overdress it with Verilord?
Wait, does
oh no, wait,
I
no,
he gets the name,
no,
right?
Oh no, he only gets the ability. He only gets them.
Okay, yeah, he only gets the abilities, but still.
Okay, we're safe. Okay, we're good.
07. Make it happen, bro. Make your dreams, not just dreams.
Yeah.
And for that alone, I give it a loving 2 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, that's really funny because I don't think he can actually emulate Trick Moon because he doesn't get boots.
Well, no, isn't like that because it's like it gains those abilities. So I think if he's gained like all of its abilities would include the boost.
Oh no, he only chooses one ability. He gets to choose one ability from any of the 2 units you remove from the game.
Damn it! Wait a minute. No, we're not done yet. Boost order. It's Dragon Empire. The dream can happen. We have solutions. Modern problems require modern solutions, Noir.
Fair enough.
This is my most modern problem, dog. I'm gonna make it happen. Bushy Road wants to destroy Bob Sagana because everyone has a hate boner. You did this, by the way, community. You did this. You forced Bushy Road to make a mistake. Bushy Road, in a blind rage, they hit Trickmoon. They hit their dear mascot, and Trickmoon ran away. Trickmoon.
You know, side tangent. Can I just say how stupid that ban list was? Like, Cindy was clearly the biggest problem of the deck. Trickmoon. Really?
Right, yeah, Cindy,
break,
man. Cindy was such an epic
Cindy was the problem card.
God, you know, I'm also kind of pissed off with Diava, but like, pissed off with Diava, Cindy. I mean, those two together were just hella recursion. But wouldn't have been any point in hitting Shendry because, you know, they gave us a different Shendry.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Ugh, man. God.
Anyway.
Now's the time. Not the time for that, but like, okay, so, CI villain. Right. Oh, no. Noir. Probably don't remember this guy.
No, but I'm reading text and I remember that, and I remember what he made. This
guy's... Yeah, he says here. This is Dragassassins. This is Dragassassins.
Oh, he remade them.
I remade them. Because their old gimmick was fundamentally broken. Hawk. If you made a new gimmick...
You don't say!
Anti-heal. Also called heal punishing or screw you Res-IO. Oh, I'm not gonna like you. Oh. I'm not gonna like you. Here's the link to the cards. It's 12 cards and a token. They needed a token for the game plan, so sorry if it's a little over. That's fine. I'll forgive it because you mentioned why we
token's usually like one effect or something, so I think it's probably fine.
That's fine. You know, he did his due diligence. Oh my god! Later.
Another time.
New lore summarized, founded in a godless era, prospered by being hired by nobles to take care of, I think it's nobles, but nobles it is, to take care of rebels, leaders, and political rivals. During godless age lost used due to surge of hope. Skyfall Rebellion saw them being stuffed into... What is this ballad that's going on right now? Blames the gods and use... That's so random. I blame all of our U.S. officials and Greg. So seeks to kill the gods in order to return to the godless age of mortals and then kill youth. Why is it that this guy has a hate voter for my decks? What?
I don't know. I don't even understand what that means.
I don't understand this lore. Oh my god, something tells me we're not going to have an improvement here.
Oh god, okay, anyway.
Well, the art's kind of cool.
Yeah, the art's cool at least.
Okay, let's start with the token here.
That is a poisoned gift token. Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, alright. This token is also a trigger unit. This token is a heal and it is treated as a heal. This token may be in the deck, damage zone, hand, and drop zone.
I'm a man and I will be pronounced as a man.
I think that defeats the purpose of being a token unit, because token units are not supposed to be in the main deck. Like if this is like an order unit, like an order card, like the buddy fight orders, that'd make this being a token, questionable. Let's put it
I'm not gonna lie, you know, this is making Vanguard real progressive, bro, because you know you have to ask for your cards to be in the damage zone, bro. You have to ask if you can damage them. This card may be put in the damage zone. Oh, but you know what's funny about this? That means, it may not be put in a bind, so sorry, Kaiser. Sorry, Virgilla, you're not happening this today. You just have to deal with being beat IF because of Saga.
Where the hell have I seen this? I've never seen this symbol before. I feel like it looks familiar.
You know, yeah, it does actually, right? Like this feels like some sort of like poison power-up token that you like run across in a video game or something. Or maybe it's a symbol on a door. I don't know. Maybe we'll like figure out more. That's so weird. I don't. That's. I guess it's because it's like effect heals, because effect heals have 10k shield bases in standard. Actually, you see card based. That's really funny. Yeah, we're not off to a great start. I don't know what the hell that is. Let's see. Let's find a grade 3.
Start, I guess.
Wait, zero. Wait, let's just start. Oh yeah, this guy's a starter.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's a normal set. Dragassassins Recruit, Rusted Blade.
Moving on.
Yeah. The art's cool. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I do like it. I like the moon in the background there.
Grade 1.
Taking a couple of guesses on which one it is. This guy seems less cool, so he's probably the main grade 3.
Yes, he is. Oh, he has a divine skill. Okay.
Oh.
All right, this is yours. Go for it.
Oh my god, you sack of crap. Okay, I'll do it.
Hey, I did the last 2.
Wow, you're such a hard worker. Fallen One of Cruelty, DC'd Esperant Althanol.
Aside.
My doctor told me I needed to take a tablet of Althanol in the morning and the evening. So, like,
it does sound like a medication, doesn't it?
It's really weird, dude. Miracles. Oh, misspelled miracles. Althanol is not educated. Salvation. Such things are only shackles that limit mortal. What is he even saying? Oh, your quotes are backwards, by the way. What is he even saying? Okay. It's a grade 3 Keter Dragon Abyss Sanctuary. Auto, Vanguard Circle, and yes, I did screw those up on purpose. What's return? Whenever your opponent drive checks or damage checks a heal trigger or would have healed, your front row gains plus 15,000 power, and this unit gets critical +1.
Well, it's a good thing I basically counterpicked this deck because goddamn, I never see my freaking heals.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm just going to get my heal when a rear guard attack, so it doesn't really matter, because only this guy gets a crit. Unless all the rear guards also have that ability, in which case that's just crazy, dude. So act on the Vanguard Circle once per turn, counterblast when retire 1 to 3 rear guards. Shuffle that many poison gift tokens into the opponent's deck. And if you retire 3 rear guards, you get 10,000 power. That's actually kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that.
Kind of is.
Like,
yeah, it's not...
I do not know how you would do that. Like, would you just add cards to main deck and untap or something?
Nightmare,
I know, dude. That's so weird. That is so
how
weird.
Does it, like, assuming this were real cards, how would that work in a tournament? Like, do you have to give your do you have to buy slaves to match your opponent to make sure everyone has
so right, actually, yeah, dude.
God, this would be such a tournament ruling nightmare.
Dude, like
I like the idea, but god damn, the logistics of it are just absolute.
You shuffle the deck, and then the opponent's like, I would like to cut. And you're like, okay. And then he cuts it with the one thing on top. And you're like, okay, and then I will shuffle again. And he says, all right, I would like to cut again. And then you just play this game. Yeah. Just to see if you can keep it on top, because you see it right there. Divine skill, because everything needs divine skill.
Yeah.
So auto, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Whenever your opponent would have healed or damage checks an over trigger, you may pay the cost. Why do we have old wording now? And if you do, your opponent cannot heal until the end of the next turn, and OTs checked during damage checks are not removed from the game. But everything else happens.
I'll be honest. I feel like you could have just simplified, just said this negates all trigger effects on. When your opponent would reveal an over trigger, you negate all trigger effect.
Personally, I would have like that's if you're trying to stop the OT power. If you're like Alcalibra and you don't want to stop the OT power, what I would have said is they take 1 damage.
Yeah, I'll remove all effects and they take 1 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like you could have done that as well. Why God? Like they have 1 arguably really neat effect and 2 effects that are just like so antagonistic to you. Something tells me this guy has been getting heal sacked a lot, and this was his direction.
Yep.
And we're like, this was.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him. I've had this moment before, but my brother. Also, is it just me, or am I the only one who sees the irony of someone who was a side maniac who having a divine skill?
Yeah, I know, right? Miracles, salvation. They only shackle my strength. Meanwhile, also him, divine skill, hot soul. Like, come on, man. get your story straight. What's his other grade 3?
You know, I guess he would. He does sum up a Reddit atheist in a nutshell.
Holy crap! Sweet mother of cropping, Batman.
Okay, all right, I got this one. We trade off.
Please do.
All right, Dragassassins Regent, Crimson Stain Espada. You know, I kind of like that name. For it, as edgy as it is, I do kind of like the name. What can I say? I was also an edgy person as a kid. All right, continuous rigor.
Fedora's harder.
Ironically, yes. A continuous rigor circle heals on your opponent's guardian circle. Get shield minus 5,000 or minus 5,000 shield according to card text. No period, so I guess it just keeps going for infinity. Anyway, auto rigor circle once per turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard with Althanol in its name, if it hits, if its
then
attack
you should
hits,
just say this unit's attack hits a Vanguard. What the hell?
counter plus one. Yeah, anyway, counter plus one and retire 2. Choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, retire them, then shuffle 2 poison gift tokens into the opponent's deck.
Wording aside, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, I feel like the clashing. I feel like the artwork doesn't really suit the playstyle. This is like something like a would do, not the freaking knights in dark edgy armor.
Bro, I know what you mean. These guys are like supposed to ride off in the battle. You know, this is more like that one dude, Death Mold from like Witcher 2.
Yeah.
That really
Yeah,
sneaky
exactly.
and like vipery kind of guy.
Yeah, like this would work great for like a modern witch deck that like actually like poisons the opponent. That would actually be...
God,
So
although
I'd-
you will have shootings occur at locals.
Oh, probably, yeah. Anyway, one more skill. Auto rigor return. Whenever opponent, just say when. When your opponent damage checks a heal or would have healed, cost counter +1. This unit gets critical or 10,000 power.
I like would have healed because it's so subjective, right? Like
Also, the fact that one
Judge.
on the turn.
I am fairly confident he has got a heal trigger on that on that top of the deck.
Yep.
So I declare that he would have healed. Counterblast 1.
Yep.
10k and a critical. I think he would have
Just
healed.
permanently as well,
Yep.
because you know he didn't.
Oh
have
yeah,
it
it's
until, like, the
permanent.
turn.
Yeah. Thank God this isn't the Vanguard at least, but like yeah, this is permanent.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this rates as a grammar is hard out of 10.
Yeah. I like the concept. Just just
I gotta read this again now.
God, brother, what are you cooking?
This is just a. It's just a.
Okay,
heal
I see
trigger.
why that's a 10. Okay, I see why that's a 10k shield now, because basically that's what you're giving your opponent, and then so with that grade 3's effect now, a shield instead.
Right. Yeah. If you got 2 of these grade 3s, it stacks and becomes a useless card for them, except for discard fodder.
Yeah.
So have to be.
So in a way, I like how the flow of the deck basically does function decently in terms of punishing, because initially I was thinking, okay, so when it does heal, it doesn't prevent the, but it just gives them crit. So basically, it just means now when you see heal, they're also losing a card and they're healing down. They also get a lot.
Yeah, right. Like
Go
it's
in.
a really good concept. The implementation is so like ass backwards that it
Yeah.
feels like a bad concept, but it is.
This needs a little more ironing out, and it needs an editor to look through the grammar. Because
Right, and I think the bigger, and of course there is always the practicality standpoint of you better have a
Yeah.
sleeves collection going on there, brother.
Oh yeah, a sleeve
I
collection, or
don't
make
know.
sure your opponent has extras on hand.
Yeah, that's gonna be really whack. All right, let's see here. So I guess we just go on to grade 2s next. I'll pick one. I'll pick this guy.
Should we go grade 1s as well? Ah, whatever. We are in grade 2. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Yes.
we might as well just go through. Oh, this is a rear guard at least, so I didn't hit the ride line. You know what? We'll just pick whatever we like. How about that? We'll just pick whatever we like. That seems like the
Yeah, that
best way
works
to do
too.
it. So if you have a Vanguard with Althanol, you know, remember you gotta take it twice a day now. It's the doctor recommends. Counterblast 1. Retire another rear guards. Are you sure you shouldn't say one of your own rear guards? Your own flesh
no,
and
we're
blood.
someone else.
Create 2 poison gift token. Shuffle them in your opponent's deck.
Oh lord.
God, I'm not gonna lie. There's one thing that I won't be doing against this deck. It's decking out. Even Blademeyer like can't
That's
deck out
true,
against
yeah.
this deck. Whenever your
This
opponent
thing's also not once per turn.
Oh yeah, not at all. Although you have to keep paying that cost, which is gonna be rough,
At least,
so,
but
yeah, you
still,
wouldn't-
that's crazy.
Yeah, at least it deserves to not be once per turn.
Yeah.
So last one. You can have your opponent's Vanguard gets minus 10,000 forever.
Alrighty. Also, as Zenon made it aware to me, if you have two of these guys on the board, that means your opponent just gets minus 20k.
Wait, you said Zenon made aware to you?
Yeah, because I originally made a card that also had the same clause, where it's like when your opponent reveals a trigger on their damage check, you get that trigger.
Oh,
You
yeah.
minus 10,000.
Oh
Yeah, so if you
that
have
was
2
for-
of this guy,
Yeah.
yeah, so if you have 2 of this guy, that means that's just minus 20k. So that means like went from 23k to 3k if you have 2 of this guy on the board.
Forever! Oh,
Which, because, you know, it's your main phase, so they're not getting rid of it anytime soon, so, you know.
Holy crap, that's hilarious, dog. The only thing they need now is a way to, like, damage ping them during main phase and get all these, like, things off, like, right away.
Oh, yeah, that also wasn't until end of turn either, so that was just a permanent debuff.
Yeah, you know, it's also, like, I guess one thing about this deck, though, that's probably a little bit of a struggle is it's when your opponent would have healed, so if you're at, like, low damage, it's not gonna happen. So, you're gonna have to stay on some high damage there. So at least that's a little bit of counterplay. All right, so which of these edge lords like tickle your pickle, bro?
I'll go for the grade 1 next to the starter, because I think that's
probably
next to the
starter.
right line.
Got you. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. All right, I'll get this one. Dragassassin Rouge? Do you mean Rogue? Rogue is R-O-G-U. Rouge is a Sonic character. Anyway, Motion Spearhead. Auto, when this unit is retired from rearguard circle, for the cost of one of your unit's skills, if you have a Vanguard with Dragassassins or Althanol name, choose 2 of your units and then gain power plus 4,000 or plus 4,000 power, and until the end of the turn, shuffle 2 poison gift token into your opponent's deck. God, these.
I mean, wording aside, he actually remembered the power boost shouldn't be permanent. That's awesome. We see like
thank God. Wait, does that mean the other ones were intentional?
Oh, no. I hope it wasn't, because otherwise, oh my God, Dragassassins, they live. They live. By the way, can I just say this is really momentous for custom card review? Because Dragassassins is one of our biggest like community memes regarding this series. So to see these guys actually have like armor, like they're coming back in a big way. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still busted AF. They still have like some really weird issues, but like, at the same time, at least like the gimmick is comprehensible. They have great art, and they do kind of have like a gimmick that is not just comprehensible, as I said before, but also like kind of interesting and unique, right? Like it is. If there's one thing this deck does embody, it is the spitefulness.
Oh yeah, it has flavor, at least. Give it that. It's very noxious flavor, but you know, it's a flavor none.
Yeah, it's apple cider vinegar. That's what you're chugging when you play this deck.
I haven't had apple cider in a hot minute. I need to get some at Costco next time I go.
Fair enough.
All right, you're up.
I
also just realized a lot of these armor outfits kind of look like they're from Skyrim.
Oh yeah, dude. Like this guy looks like the ebony warrior, right?
Yeah, he does. He has like the Draugr fucking helmet. Almost. Oh no, it's a Daedric helmet. Yeah, one or the other. Anyway,
same point. It's Skyrim, right? Yeah. But so I looked at it. I see bats in the background. And they're like, it's the bat. Like what they say, the goons in Arkham games. When this unit is retired from rear circle for the cost of your unit's ability, if you've got a Dragassassins or Althanol, choose 2 of your units and they get 4,000 until end of turn. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more heals in their drop zone, you may also put this card into your soul. Choose 4 grade 1 Dragassassins units from the drop. Add 2 of them to your hand and show them the rest of your deck.
Brother.
This is how Batman beats Superman, bro.
Yeah, clearly. Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
I'm starting to wait. Was this whole thing inspired by Batman? Because the freaking green's like kryptonite too.
That would be kind of funny, dude. That would be really funny. I doubt it.
You know, if this is just a really edgy, overblown, like alternate Batman universe deck, you know what? Well played. Well played. I've been had. Well played. Congratulations. I have been befuddled.
You've been hoodwinked.
Yes. I've been bamboozled.
Oh no. So Requiem Taboo Maker is Dragassassins out of 10. That effect is completely ludicrous. Holy crap. I like how it says, like, at least it says, like, Dragassassins units, so as long as we don't have a PG like we did with the Astral Beast or whatever, we should be fine here, but still, that's some hella recursion. Alright, your pick.
Oh, yeah.
We're halfway done.
Oh, that we are. God, finally. Well, I'll go with the blue one.
Got you.
Yeah, that's denied. Because that one actually just looks like the Skyrim Daedric armor. Like, actually.
Yeah, bro's gonna play, like, Claire de Lune or whatever and edge out Moonlit Sonata, like, in frickin', what is it? The one with Sid Kagano?
Oh, God.
Eminence and Shadow. Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah, there it is.
That effing anime.
Yeah.
I think
Alright, Dragassassins Rouge. What's up?
I think he means rogue, because now we have multiples that are, like,
rouge, but this one's blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume he means rogue. Dragassassin rogue. Blue summoner. Auto. When this unit is retired from Vanguard circle with the cost of unit skills, if you have a Vanguard with Dragassassins or Althanol, and choose 2 of your units and then gain power 4,000 plus 4,000 power to the end of the turn. And if your opponent has 2 or more heals in their drop zone, you may also countercharge. That's
Honestly,
surprisingly the most balanced card here.
Yeah, right? Like, if you slap on if you didn't countercharge this turn to it, you actually kind of have something there. Like, low-key.
Yeah.
I'm also glad that it's not like a preamble of an effect, it's just the one skill.
Yeah. Freaking finally. Jeez.
Huh.
You know,
not bad.
Solid card out of 10. I'll give this one an 8. The other ones I'm still pending on a rating, but this.
Yeah, I know. .exe buffer, I'll probably give it about a 7.5, but like,
yeah,
that's
too.
Alright, you went for
blue cards.
You went for a really cool blue. Oh, you know what? I'll match you blow for blow. Same stance, but red. I hate red summoner. Let's have it go. Let's have it go. Okay, so when it's retired from rear circle, you choose 2 for 4K, so archetypal skill, and they have 2 or more heals that drop you off. So Soul. Wow, why is that a triple rare? But like, oh man, that is just it's blue summoner, but for the red mechanic.
Yeah, you know what? Another 8 out of 10. I kind of like the color code.
Yeah, I actually like this one even better because unlike the countercharge one, you don't need a restriction on that one. The Yume soul charge is just appropriate. Just makes sense.
Yeah,
good card.
Yeah,
good card.
Yeah,
all right.
Card
Next.
All right, get that edgy motherfucker. Well, they're all edgy, but the second to last.
Oh yeah, this guy, Egress the Red or whatever.
Yeah, all right, I got this one. All right, Dragassassin Commander, Claret Dagger.
Oh,
Claret.
From the creators of Blaster Dagger comes Claret Dagger.
Truly. All right. Well, first of all, I do like that angle. That art does look good. Did you draw all these? Because I can tell some of them are AI, but did you draw the knights at least? Because if you did, then props. They look very good.
Man, that's some love.
Yeah. Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard circle, shuffle 1 poison gift token into your opponent's second draw.
Hey, we found a ride line.
Yay! Finally. But yeah, honestly, simple but decent effect. I'll give it that. All right. Auto rearguard circle once per turn. Whenever your opponent would have a Vanguard with Althanol, Soul Blast 1 stands unit gets power plus 10,000. You know, that's probably one of the better conditional restanders I've seen, because at least, like, this is... Oh. You know what? I'm fine with that. Perfectly fine card. It's a crazy-ass ride line card for a rearguard effect. But you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, that's true. I think I would probably argue that maybe it could have been a little bit more expensive because we do have like a lot of like resources in this deck. At least it's not like a counterblast because immediately you're CBing a bunch already, so I wouldn't have argued for a CB on this one. But yeah, like I get it. I think to keep it a little more archetypal with the rogues, the rouges, then it probably would have wanted to have the 2 or more heals and drop to get the 10,000 power.
Yeah.
So that like you at least maintain that sort of like basic scaling mechanism. But still, yeah, I agree. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess that this grade 1 is actually ride line. So let me try to match you blow for blow. When these was rolled upon,
it looks like it.
Okay. Scarlet Pawn by Dragassassins Vanguard. Soul Blast 1. Oh, so we're getting some Soul Blast in this bitch. Reveal the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unit with Dragassassins, grade 2 or lower, and call it. I'll call it to the Guardian Circle. When this unit is retired from the rear circle for the cost of your unit, if you have a Vanguard with Dragassassin, shuffle 2 poison into your... Why is this one free? Why is this one put 2 free?
Know.
Don't you usually put
a cost
or whatever?
I think so, yeah.
You know, one thing about these cards is I think they're showing their like age a little bit because I'm not really seeing Energy Blast here.
Yeah, these are probably on the side. Is my guess.
Yeah, that is a prime
I'll say Ayako would probably be able to tell
there.
this Ayako would probably be able to tell if this is on the old as well.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think I could tell too a little bit based on the frilling of the boxes here, but like that's besides the point, right? You can just tell from the general whack of the mechanics here, of the basic energy mechanic. But still, I mean, at least it's kind of nice, right? I think the Soul Blast to like reveal top 7 to call is kind of nice. It's kind of in line with like how Youthberg is trying to do stuff. So
it actually feels very Keter.
Yeah, I like that. Second skill's a little free, but yeah, not a bad attempt. All right, we're down to we're down to the last two. Will you take the 1 or the 2, bro? Will you go purple or will you go violet?
Quick aside, but because it's in Keter Sanctuary and because like he has enough to fill out the entire deck, I am just imagining Saragon, EGS, and he's just like,
oh yes, you know what?
like
I
a
call
golden
Saragon and
retriever.
Youthberg, bro, because I go like edgy and Youthberg, right? So I call my Warhound Rearguard.
Yep, and then he's like just panting like a golden retriever. I just love.
Oh yeah, dude, he's like a pug or whatever. He's like.
Exactly. All right.
Holy crap.
All right, I'll take the red dragon.
Nice.
Grade 2.
From
okay, Dragassassin General, Dark Pride Bravo. Okay, this these decks are definitely, yeah, this stuff was definitely inspired by Clarence Sword. Which, you know what, fair enough, Clarence Sword is a very cool archetype, and honestly, they deserve better. Anyway,
Luard, hot take.
Oh yeah, I'll be real, I agree. All right, Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you, okay, just quick heads up, if you say when to use placed on Rearguard Circle, you first auto part. Anyway, if you have a Vanguard with Althanol in its card name, discard 1 card, counterblast 1. Top 8 cards of your deck and add 2 grade 1 Dragassassin units from among to your hand. And if your opponent has 3 or more heal triggers in their drops, I'm gonna I would add a not count 1. Then after that, I think skill's fine because it is generally a break. It is kind of a bit of a break even. It's still +1, but it's like you're still discarding your hands.
Yeah, I mean, personally, what I would have done is. I would have had it been like CB1 discard, but like no matter what. But then it states that if you added like 1 or less, you can countercharge or draw a card. Because it gives you an option of how you want that, like because you can keep the CB but make it a holistic +1, or you can take out the CB but now it's just break even.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, and now the last skill. Auto Rearguard Circle once per turn. Whenever your opponent damage checks a heal or would have healed. Soul Blast 1 and Counterblast 1. Brother, are you trying to be a contrarian for a reason? Because holy hell, the amount of times
bro
you have
puts Counterblast in the back,
bro.
bro.
Insane.
Counterblast is a second class cost.
Yep. Alright. Anyway, your Vanguard gains the following skill until the end of the turn. Continuous. Your opponent cannot guard this card's attack. Sentinel Restrict. For the Vanguard only. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that is kind of it's a good cost for it. It's scary, but like
yeah.
It's worth it. Yeah, I mean that I kind of like that effect. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, cool. Dragassassin is starting to like end up with some kind of decent candidates. It's actually this is kind of a glow up.
You know, honestly, the worst part of these cards has been the boss. The boss is the only thing that really needs work. Everything else more or less fulfills the vision and that.
Yeah, right. Like obviously, there's some overtuned points here and there, and the gimmick is definitely questionable. But like, man, dude, aside from that boss, these actually have like roles to play. You right, man. You right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. PK Fire! Dragassassin. Why is there a red power icon? That caught my eye, bro. The red there. Cherished Dark Courts. Huh, where have I heard that name before? When this unit is retired from rear circle for the cost of your Dragassassin Althanol, choose 2 to give 4k. And choose one of your... Wait, we don't have the 2 or more heals and drop thing, okay. Choose one of your rear guards. They gain the following skill at the end of the turn. Auto, once per turn. Doesn't matter the zone, I guess. Because I guess he assumes it's going to be on rear circle. Whenever your opponent damage checks a heal trigger, or would have healed, stand this unit against 15,000. No!
Brother.
No!
You know, that grade 2 was fine. And then you ruined it! You messed up, boy!
Oh man. Not in my America, bro. Oh.
Okay, see, if it was a discard, just stand and get 15k, that'd be forgivable, at least.
God,
somewhat.
Energy Blast 5.
Actually, yeah, that'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie.
Yeah, EB5 for that, baby. That's what I say. Oh, no. Bro. Why? Why?
You know, when I first read that skill, I thought it was fine because, it just restands himself. No, it's choose one of your rear guard. And any of them gets the effect, so you get multi-attack. Again.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I was like, he didn't add a freaking until end of turn again.
Right.
He remembered on the top one.
It's gonna be beefy. It's gonna be beefy, bro. And yeah, like
So
I don't
he
know.
remembered to
Literally in this skill he remembers, but not in the same thing. It's
That's
in
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
skill box. What?
Brother, what
You're
do you
right.
mean
That is
by this?
crazy. Noir, what are we reading?
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
feel like
god,
I feel like I'm reading I'm either reading peak or I'm reading just the worst thing I've read in my life.
The latter, dude. This is not my Dark Horse Dragon. Grades. Oh boy, the grades.
God. You know, I want to say 7. Weirdly enough, despite the pain
That
of
is
last one.
crazy work, dog. This is a 5. So why the 7?
Because I think overall, I see the vision and the flavor is there. Overall, the deck has a decent idea of what it wants to do, and it has. And for the okay, I'm admittedly being a little too forgiving of the grammar issues. I'm basically assuming all the grammar issues are unintentional. If the grammars, if like the stuff like that doesn't have power until end of that gives power that doesn't go until end of turn. If that was intentional, then it drops to a stone cold. But assuming that stuff was not intentional and it's supposed to only be until end, then I'll give it a 7. But again. If that stuff was not until end of turn, if that was on purpose, then that's a 3.
Dude, I'm just gonna go right in the middle of 7 and 3 and just say this is a 5, bro. This is a 5. Like,
for
because
it.
to me, for every step forward, there is a somersault backwards, right?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Like you look at the boss, right? Where is he? There he is, right? You look at the boss,
There
and
he
it's
is.
like, ooh,
Uh-huh.
like this is crazy. Did that work, dog? But then this is actually kind of a cool effect. This is weird,
Yeah.
weird chant, bro. Then, like,
Yeah.
you go right on over, like, next card we read or whatever. This is...
Oh yeah, this great 3. This
Yeah.
card was cracked.
So it's, like,
Dude.
trippy, bro. And then, like, this effect's like, huh, this is actually kind of interesting. And then this one's like, why the
Yep.
hell? And then, like, you go over to this one, it's like, wow. Ride line Hatsuo. Huh, kind of interesting restand effect. Neat. Right?
Yeah, it's cool. And then we got to the
power
grade
up
1
skills
support
kinda
card.
neat. Oh my god,
Oh, no,
this is
this-
Giga Wings, right? Like, come
Yeah.
on, it's literally the same. It's like,
Oh, the blue and red grade ones are also really good though.
oh yeah, the blue and reds are pretty good. Like red summoner and blue summoner. I also like that they're like kind of like themed, not just based on their cost, but one's a grade 1, one's a
These are
grade
cool.
2. So theoretically, you can like retire the column, and that's like their theme. So that's pretty good. And then of course the most busted card of all, Rusted Blade. Oh my god. Anyway, I gotta give it a 5. I gotta give it a 5, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're-
Honestly,
you're
I'll probably go with
7.
the 5. I think I'll go with
Yeah.
you know what? I think I'll change my rating and go with the 5 as well. I think it's a
Got
good
you,
even-
yeah. If you wanted to hold
it's
on to 7, I understand it. It's a respect
No.
to the potential of it.
Okay,
But
yeah.
holy crap, there's a lot here.
I'll put it like, okay, let me put it like, I'm gonna give it a 5 because the cards that are good push it to the 7, but the cards that were bad pull it back to a 3. So I think in compromise, we'll leave it at a 5.
God, dude, the cards that push it back down and make me consider things I shouldn't consider.
I know.
It's crazy, bro. Batman here,
Oh, God.
power-ups, neat. Then
Yeah.
4 Dragassassins, 2 to hand, 2 to deck,
Oh,
shuffle them. Oh man.
You know, I'll
okay.
give the guy credit. At the very least, these were fun to read.
These were fun to read.
at least.
This wasn't so fun to read, but the
No, it
cards
wasn't.
themselves were fun to
I'm
read.
still trying to figure out what the hell he's trying to say, but you know.
Let me see how
you
much the homie has here. Because if he has a lot,
Yeah.
then we can't do it. But if not, then let's see. He's got 1, 2.
He has...
I know what that's gonna be about. Oh yeah, he's got a lot.
Okay,
Next time.
okay,
Next time.
Next time. I definitely want to see what this does, though. That's for sure. I
Dude,
definitely want to see what happens.
Funny,
It's dark
dude.
next
I was
time.
horrified by this eel thing from like Super Mario 64. He puts a little.
I'm like,
mask on
ooh,
it. It's so
thalassophobia.
cute.
Here we go.
The mask is like a monocle for it, dude. It's hilarious. It's kind of like the. It's kind of like
Put a
the
top
evil.
hat on it as well.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's a total ass like Reddit mod thing. This is the real like uniformist agenda, bro. We're gonna like Reddit mod Vanguard.
Oh god, yeah.
You shall not have meta in general, or I guess only meta in general. But anyway,
Yeah.
oh no memes in general, right? So they're gonna look at Nirvana Jave and be like, that's a meme deck. No memes in general.
Oh god, yeah.
man. Anyway, that's going to do it for this custom card review. Pretty good one overall. Really funny review, this one. There was a lot of good laughs here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, because we sure as hell did. No guarantee on when the next one's going to come out, but we are definitely going to be like continuing to pump these suckers out as we go along. It seems like we're about halfway through this, give or take. So that's and that's not including the Google Drives or making things bigger, right?
I know we have some late. I know we also have some late submissions, so we might be a little.
Might be a little overblown. Yeah, that's true. But I guess we'll just take it as it is, right? But anyway, as it stands, we're making progress as we will, right? So definitely, if you have posted and you're a little bit far behind, just know that we will still get to you if you posted in time, but it may take a while, but we will get to you. So yeah, if you guys did like this, definitely look for the Vanguard content that we're making, whether that be fight nights, discussions, top 10s, more of the custom card reviews like these, or if you're looking for anime reactions, the season 4 for Divines is almost done, so definitely catch up on that if you haven't already, so you can watch the season finale with the rest of us. Then you go ahead and check out my channel below, and if you like what you see, consider leaving a subscribe and turn on notification bell for next time I upload a video. And with that said, take care and God bless.
Peace.